Yes, yes, I see a lot of yeses. Okay.
All right.
Well, you didn't. All right. This is, I don't know what excuse me for anything, but this is what I was talking about. We only missed one slide. If you missed anything, this is what I just went over. This is the agenda. So there, I went back one slide. Sorry if there's any technical glitches here, but this is what we're going to discuss today. Everything I mentioned. I'll give you a few more seconds to review that. Okay. Slide 2. We are going to walk you through how to manage your profile now. This slide is more or less just for a reference point. We are going to host this PowerPoint and this GoToMeeting audio under the speaker presentation section of the site for members only. So what's nice is you'll be able to access it, view it at any time, download the PowerPoint, and follow the instructions. If you have any other questions, I'm sure Pat and I will be reachable, and we'll discuss that at the end. So this is what we're going to go over now. Again, this is for reference. So here we are. Can everyone see?
Ask her what she's sending.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe they're sending the stubs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. God.
All right, everybody, mute your button, please. Mute your call.
Can everybody see the website?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, so I am going to sign in now. So you can either sign in right here or sign in right here. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, everybody, to those of you that missed how to do this, at this time, the member, the login is your email, and the password is all lowercase NJSA 2015. If you changed it, then obviously it's changed. So I'm going to log in. I changed my password, but there's my email. And I'm going to log in right there. Simple. Sign in. Okay. Right now, we are defaulting to the webinar, and this will go away today.
Send me this email.
Okay. This is just a page that when you log in, we're trying to get everyone who's on the website or a member to register. This will go away. Ultimately, when you do log in, it will take you to your profile. So to go to your profile, this information, this blue square here, appears when you log in. Profile home, manage profile, and this says create resume. If I click on it, it's not active. It's just something that is there, and for whatever reason, they can't take that functionality away. It's not worth discussing. So if you click on profile home, which I'm doing now, we're logged into Sync. This is the membership page for Unifor Staffing Solutions. This is what the public will see. Excuse me. This is what the members will see. This is the full member page. I'll explain some of the differences lately. So you have the logo and all the information here. This is you're a member of the NJSA, email, address, phone, fax, and then we have 5 business descriptions divisions here. Administrative, we handle administrative staffing, healthcare, HR, IT, and do payroll. Okay. Now I will bring up 2 things at this stage. Number 1, staffing firm members, email and your name are private. They're not public to the general public who go to our website. They're private to those that log in, members only. So anyone, any staffing firm member that is on this call, if you do a member search, which we'll go through at some point, your names and emails will not appear unless you're logged in, and other members will see you. Industry partners, everything is public. Industry partners are here, to promote their goods and services to our
Muted. Unmuted.
names and emails are public to members and to the public. Okay. Again, if people can mute their lines, we hear some ruffle. We appreciate it. Okay. Now we are going to go over these 5 business descriptions. You will see at some point you cannot edit these. These are will be manually entered by Pat Koziel. The reason we're not letting you manage that is, number one, your membership doesn't allow a fixed number of business descriptions. You could select everything, basically. So that's kind of, not realistic, number one. And we really want to keep the membership database to be accurate and have the right firms represent the correct services. So we are letting members pick their 5 specialties and keep it at that, but we're going to control that. Additionally, people can change, reinvent themselves every 30 days and come up in every search possible, and that's not fair. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to have if a staff, an HR department's looking for a staffing firm, we want them to find the right specialty firm. Okay. So that's, again, this is the profile. When you click on Manage Profile, the second selection here, this is more or less your portal. This is the big kahuna. This is all the features. Some you may not need, but all these things are we'll discuss very briefly. Okay, so the first thing is a member rewards program. Nice little feature for those of you. It's a $20. I'm not going to promote this, but we're one of thousands of members of your membership platform. So they've struck partnerships up. So for those that want to participate in this type of program, it's the first link, and for $20 you can get a slew of discounts on various partners of your membership. Theme parks, retailers, restaurants, movie theaters, hotels. I'm not going to go over this, but click on Join Now, simple registration, $20, and you can read more about that. Nice little feature, and I've checked with your membership. It is up and running, and people take advantage of it. Okay, that's that. Edit Bio. Here's probably the most important link. Here is where you will enter your information and keep it up to date. Everything's self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through every field. This is what it is. Hit Save Changes, and you're done. These things, which I will bring up, are public and private. If it's unlocked, it means it's public to everyone. You can see the little public visible to everyone. If it's locked, it's visible to members only. And that's what I said earlier. Emails and contact names are visible to members only for staffing firms. If I'm an IP, an industry partner, those will not be locked. Okay? All right, let's go back to the profile again. I just clicked on Manage Profile. Preferences. I'll breeze through a lot of these things. You can set up your own preferences. We have the ability to message you in a lot of different ways. So you can check all these boxes. Email when somebody applies for a job opening. Email when a community event is added. Email when an event is added to a group which you're a member, like you're a committee member to the marketing committee or the membership committee. We'll go through that. But there's a lot of different messaging tools, and you could set these up to yes or no. Okay, email when new messages arrive. You'll see that there is a messaging center in the website, so you can control that here as well to get your messages stored here.
And Scott, if I can jump in at this point, as many of you know, we do a Monday morning memo every Monday, which is our key communications piece that goes out to members as well as non-members. We will be delivering like those types of messages through YM going forward. So we do want you to be able to be part of that messaging system. So don't block us out completely. We do want to be able to send messages through this web portal.
Right. Right now we're in the process of migrating from the Constant Contact outside third-party tool to the internal tool. So a lot of your messaging will, which is great. Everyone I know probably goes in their inbox and sorts from the from column, and they look at all Pat K and NJSA's emails and go backwards. Eventually, you can go here, and you'll have in your portal every message from every NJSA member that you've received. Okay, so it's right there for you together. Okay, here's the invoices section. I'll breeze through this. Invoices. This tells you if you have any open invoices or closed or status. I paid for the membership online, so it's a closed invoice. It's paid. So for those of you that pay for anything online, you could look at your invoices. If you need to view or print it, you click on this little icon there. A window pops up. Here's the invoice of, if I had a bigger company, I need to present this to my CFO, I could provide this, this as my expenses backup. So we're not all that big, but you can, for your bookkeeper, whatever it is you need, you can print invoices, and that the data will be stored right here in your portal. Okay. Back to manage profile, event registrations. A nice audit trail of everything you registered. All of you on the call, when you log in, you will see that you've registered for today's webinar. There it is. If you register online for the annual conference in October, it'll pop up. So, as we get older, we forget things. This will tell you where you've been the last 6 months. Okay?
Or where you're going.
Or where you will go. All right. Okay, membership. This is a cool little feature. It tells you if you paid your membership online. Really, that's the only purpose. If you didn't enroll in your membership online, it will tell you. And you can even, again, they thought of a lot of things with your membership. You can send the confirmation mail right there, clicking on that. If you can see up here, your confirmation email has been sent. What that does is it's an authorized email from Pat saying your membership is active through a certain, whatever the date is, which is, mine is active through the end of the year. So if you needed to provide some kind of verification of being an active NJSA member to a client, or to you wanted to, whatever reason, there might be reasons you need to get verification you're still an active member, you do get an email confirmation of that. Nice little feature. Okay. Going back to the profile. Content and features, blogs. If I click on blogs, I posted this blog, Members Can Now Blog on NJSA. So whatever blog, you can now blog on this, and they will come up in the front end. Here's, as you go to community blogs here, if I click on that, you will see the blog. I'm going to go through this. Well, maybe I'll go through this right now since we're on it, because it's on the agenda a little later. So again, I go to Manage Profile. I go to Blogs. I posted a blog. This, again, is my administrative tool. It appears publicly on the front end here, Community Blogs, and a blogging trail begins right there. This, if I were to sign out, it would not let you access it unless you signed in. So this is a members-only community page. If I click on the blog that I just mentioned, I can add a new post to that blog. I can reply to it. I can manage my subscription, so I'm subscribed to this blog. A lot of it's self-explanatory, but you can click around and play with it. I don't want this webinar will go much longer if I spend a lot of time at every link. I'm giving you a little taste of everything. Okay, that's the blogs. And again, park your questions. We're coming up at questions. Community messaging. I'll click on that. This is, again, there's a little background noise for those that are not muting their calls. Okay, I clicked on messaging, and here is your internal inbox. This is your email build portal. Technically I sent this email, but it came from Pat. Everyone will have a message already in their inbox. You click on your inbox, and it's from Pat about the member savings program. So we talked about that, and here's a little reminder that you can, a nice little web-based HTML formatted email about the membership savings. It'll always be there in your inbox for you to refer to should you want to enroll. So that's one example. Everyone has that. So we use the messaging system already to give you that. So you have like your first little, offer / inbox. So that's in messaging, okay? Groups. This may not apply to everybody, but a lot of the board members are in groups or committees. I am a member of the marketing committee, and I'm a member of NJSA. So everybody will have this, that they're a member of the NJSA, whether you're an IP or a staffing firm. I'm a member of the marketing committee, and those others will be manually added to that. Those on the education committee, the membership committee, the legal legislative committee, they will have their own committee, and blogging and other messaging can be directed into that group and shared. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but you can see that as well. Okay. Referrals, nothing more than a quick link. You could refer a friend to our website, refer a friend to the NJSA. Hey, just another nice little automated tool to refer people to sign up and become a member of the NJSA. I'm going to skip form settings. That's just another feature that we don't need at this time, but it's another messaging type of collaboration tool. Blog subscriptions. You click on blog subscriptions, and I subscribe to the NJSA community blog. That is when you log in to your blog. We did that before when I went to community blogs and then blogs here. I found the blog. I subscribe to it. So that's when it comes up as subscription. I can unsubscribe to it. So once you go into, you start seeing blogs coming in, you can subscribe or unsubscribe. And when you do that, again, going back to manage profile, that's where you'll see your subscriptions here. Okay. Lastly, possibly most interesting, is the Career Center. Career postings. I'm going to click on that at the bottom. Okay. Now, I'm going to speak through this and then go back to the slide since it's all nicely organized for you in the portal. So everybody is, all members, both staffing firms and industry partners, have been allocated. At this time, we're in a pilot program, and we've agreed to give everybody 2 free job postings. Now, those job postings, you will go through it. You can inactivate them and activate them as often as you like. So you may say, "Wow, I only get 2," but they can expire after 30 days, and you can repost them, or you can do new ones. So technically, you have 2 unlimited slots. You can, those that want to be really on hands can, inactivate every week and put a new one up and keep things fresh. So, we do recommend you manage your postings aggressively to keep. Obviously, it's advantageous to you and advantageous to the site to keep the site fresh. So I posted 2 jobs here, and we'll do the help desk analyst job. So I posted, this is what it looks like. Uniforce, posted by me. You can change this. I'm actually going to delete one of these and show you quickly what it looks like to post. Those that may want that assistance. And, here's this is how it looks. So I'm actually going to delete this posting and show you what it looks like to post. So it says I'm allowed 2 postings, 2 of which are visible. So I've used my slots. So I can delete it, which I will. I will delete this guy, this direct mail marketing manager job. And now I have 1. So now submit an opening has appeared. Before it wasn't there. I submit an opening and a simple intuitive form. We've all posted jobs on some forum, some website at one point, I would think. So position, date needed is optional. Position opening, this is where you can assign the expiration period on the job. 30, 60, 90 is probably recommended. Status, inactive, it defaults to active. Link to your profile, we recommend you linking it to your profile. That way when you log in, it will appear next to your jobs. Like what you just saw when I logged in, those 2 jobs at the bottom, that appeared because I chose yes. Organization, your company name, your city, country, location, that is optional. Primary category. Now these categories have been predetermined. This is important because people can search by this criteria. So if along the way there may be some firms that handle some specialty, like for example, I see there's no fashion there. Fashion may be something that we missed. So please email Pat if you do have a recommendation on a category that we did miss. We're trying to keep it general. We don't want to go, through 100 categories. We really think this seems to be, a very, very large grouping of them. So you would choose your category. You can choose an additional category, so you can choose 2. Some, there could be some that IT healthcare, electronic records management programmer might be IT and healthcare. So you can choose two. Type of position. These are the categories. What kind of position? Is it temp to hire, direct hire, part-time? We think we covered it all. Education requirement, experience requirement, salary. Now this is important. Allow online applications. You can choose yes or no, and I'm not going to tell you which way to go. You can play around with that. If you choose yes, the only way you will get an application will be by you're logged in when you log in into the portal. And I'll go through that. I can go through that by showing you again by managing profile, going to your career postings here. Here, 2 people have viewed my job. I have no applicants. This is where you'll see the applicants. And by clicking on those applicants, which I'm clicking on 0, you'll see someone's name and the resume, which should be uploaded there as well. So now you're using the NJSA's tool to store your candidates. That may or may not work for you, but you can do that. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I think a lot of us like to drive traffic to our own site, and we can do that. So I'll walk you through that option. So I'm going to submit the opening again. I'm back to where we were. Now, allow online applications. If you do not want to have people apply on the website, you want to send to you via email or your own applicant tracking system, you choose no, and I will tell them how to apply. This is the section right there where you tell them how to apply. You can either say email scott@uniforce.com, which is, they can click on my name and an email, an Outlook or whatever Lotus Notes email window will appear, and they just pop in their resume. Or you can, this is where we could help you a little bit, but you would need to know how to do a little bit of simple HTML to send someone to your website. So you could also do apply online now at www.uniforce.com/jobsearch.asp. Whatever, you can copy and paste. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. There's probably someone at your company that can help you with this, but it's a simple little way for you to link to that specific page on your website for them to apply. And then they will not be able to apply directly through this site. They will click on this link and be directed right to the job posting. And we're going to walk you at the end of this through some jobs, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's where you put that in. Then here is your job description. You can copy and paste that simply from any Word doc or ATS that you use, like you always do. This is where you put the meat and potatoes of the job. At the bottom, it defaults to the membership, the member login, or the member, their name, and the phone number is required. The good news is you can change the email to anybody. So if you're the president of your staffing firm and you are the member, you have the member login, but you don't need to review all these job postings, you can assign it to somebody in your organization to get those email notifications. The only thing is, to view the jobs applicants, you will need to log in as the member. So you could achieve both goals by putting the email address of the recruiter, and then again, don't have applicants apply online, choose the no option, so you'll have applicants anyway going on your site. And there may be some questions on this, but again, we'll come back to this at the end with questions. So I hope I covered a lot of that. So I will walk you through the Career Center in the front end. What's nice is all these tools, this entire portal appears right seamlessly within the site. So as you're navigating your profile, you can go to the front end very quickly and seamlessly see things. As you post a job, you can go to the Career Center and look at it right away in real time. So here's the Career Center. This is nothing more than a fancy little splash page. You search the openings. And all those things that we talked about, you can search by. You could search by a category, search by a temp job, or it doesn't matter. You can just, it's actually any category I'll put. And then hit search, and here are about 14 jobs that are still on the site. So here is the help desk job that I posted before. I click on it. Again, I am now a job applicant. So I see the job. Everything I put is right there for me. And then Apply Now appears. So I hit Apply Now. And the cover letter there is there. Let me see. And I think the resume should be next. I'm hoping it does. Okay. I'll double check if that won't work, but it does apply online right there. You might have to copy and paste the resume. I'll get back to everybody on that. But let's go to another one that doesn't apply online. So let's find another posting that you can do, that someone directed to their own site. Okay. I think we did one in our. Let's see. Let's see if the protocol group has it on theirs. Yep. Okay. This one, they disabled the in-house feature and they said apply online. If I click on that, and it launches the protocol group's website and takes you right to the CNA job in Princeton. You see that? So they can now, you can now apply directly on their site, and that's what I think most people would want to do. So I'm not going to recommend anything specific. It's what suits your business practices. But for those of you that have built out a job portal, you can direct people right to your job page. Okay. All right. Let's go back to this. All right. So I'm going to go back to the slides quickly. We're coming up in 45 minutes. So this again is just a splash page, a snapshot rather, of what I just went through, but it's in the slides. Here are the 5 business categories that you can select from. So I'm sure somebody said, well, how do I choose my categories? Well, here you go. It's in the slides for you. And we're going to put this today in the speaker presentation sections for you. So you will not be able to get this information unless you're smart enough to take a screenshot right now. You will not be able to get this information unless you log in and access it. So we want to, we're trying to foster a community environment. So we want you to go back in and log in and access it. So this will be available today, and we'll probably send that on email to everybody today as well. So here are the categories. You can just simply copy and paste these and send this to Pat. I know it may be it's easy for Pat to do, but give her some time to get it done. Pat, you can add to that at the end, if you like. But these are the categories that appear under your profile. Anything you want to say, Pat, on that?
Yeah, many of you have already inputted or given us those categories, but they do need to be updated. So it's a good time for you to look at what you have already and then determine what ones you're going to have. We do update these yearly with the dues invoicing, but because we've gone to this new portal, we do want to have updates now. So we will definitely be sending out an email to members to make sure they have the correct business categories.
Good. And these are business categories for both staffing firm members and industry partners. Back office outsourcing is obvious. For the most part, it reads as an IP, as does marketing, SEO, web design. So there might be some hybrids, but for the most part, it's pretty obvious which is which, and that's kind of how it's always been. Okay. I'll go to the next slide. Again, some of this may be a review, but it's here for you. Members can post 2 free jobs per month, and you can inactivate and reactivate them at any time. So it's up to you to monitor your own jobs. And here's a screenshot of the job posting page. All right. Now we're going to walk you through the members-only content. So at this point, you'll learn how to manage your profile, how to use sort of the job posting tools and blogging communication tools. Now, what's great about the NJSA is that we, as an organization, spend a lot of time lobbying the state, learning about what the state's doing, and sharing it with you. Additionally, we have special events and presentations and conferences, so all that intellectual capital and hard work has been owned and presented and uploaded to the site for your enjoyment and wealth of knowledge. So here are the things I'm going to quickly go through, and Pat can add to that because she supports the content. Staffing news online. These are monthly NJSA insider reports that we spend a lot of time on, and that is hosted on the website. To get there, again, we're logged in. Sign out would let you know that you're logged in. But to get there, you go to News, Staffing News Online. This page will not be available to non-members. It will say sign in, members only. But I'm signed in, so it takes me right there. And here they are, the last 6 Staffing News Online issues. You click on any month you like, and there it is. All these articles about that we've written and provided about the latest trends going on a monthly basis. Pat, if you'd like to add anything.
I know these are articles that come from our industry partners or other sources that we use, and it is available, as Scott has said, only to members. It goes out at the end of every month, and then we post right to the website once it's out.
Okay, thank you. All right, I have a lot of windows here. Okay, back to the top. So back to the slideshow. Legal Resource Library. This needs to be. It's going to be updated, but we have still 10+ years of data that's very valuable to you. So to get to that, Legislative Issues Legal Resource Library. Again, we're logged in, and here is a slew of legal cases affecting the staffing industry.
These are, if I can jump in,
Yes.
the data that's on here is relevant, even though it may say a 2013 or a 2014 date. It's information that is staffing related for business issues that you may want to monitor. There may be information about how to devise a contract, how to deal with the Department of Labor at the state level. It's various topics that are relevant for you to download. The other aspect of this area is our legislative lobbying work. There are position papers available on issues that we're lobbying or monitoring in Trenton. And this as well, unless we make it relevant or available to non-members, it mostly will be member-protected information.
Which it is. And some of it always stands. Here's a model contract, a contingency fee agreement. Yes, there's some things that need to be changes, but some of you may have not even realized that this data is there for you. Okay, back to the list. Position papers, which Pat just discussed. And Pat will chime in on what position papers are, but to access that, right on the Legal Resource Library, the next link is position papers. Again, members only access. And here's all the positions that the organization took on pending legislation in the state of New Jersey.
Yep.
Okay. You have anything to add, Pat?
No, we're okay.
Here's our position on the paid sick leave. Okay. Let's go back to the slideshow. Member directory. Okay. Now this goes back to what I said about your member profile, staffing firm members versus industry partners. Here's the member directory. A lot of powerful ways to search it. You can search by someone's name. I could type in the company name, Uniforce, and it will search, continue, and there we are. Shows you a little map of where it is. Sometimes it should zoom in. It's a little. The map is a little touch and go, just so you know. Sometimes it zooms right into the street, which is nice. And there we are. That's why we came up. Or you can just do start a new search. You can search for anything you like. This is city, town, postal code. Or just search for a member type, or hit continue to search all members. Click the continue button. Click continue. It will sort it automatically by the company name. So kudos to Jill for thinking of A+ personnel as her company name. All right. Again, the maps show up all the listings, which is nice. And so for those IPs that are out of state, if it makes a difference, it will tell you where you are. So you scroll over And you can see A+ personnel, the Jill who is represents A+, is not visible. Well, excuse me, she wouldn't be visible to the non-members, only visible to members. That's how that works. So if I'm not going to log out and log in, but that's how it works. You logged out, you can't see my name. You log in, you can see my name. So that's the issue with the member directory, that public versus non-public. Members.
Let me jump in on that too, Scott. The reason that we do that is because we here in this office get telephone calls, contacts from both clients and candidates looking for jobs, and we direct them to that member directory as a public portal to all of you. So we don't want to give them your direct email or name for them to get to, but to the firm itself and the telephone number. So that's how we direct any public contacts that we get here to the website and then to you.
Thank you. Okay, speaker presentations. That's a nice feature that we offer. And Pat can add that as well. That's under member community, speaker presentations. And this is where we can host content right from a conference or an industry partner. Here you go.
Yeah, any of our conferences and the available content that speakers allow us to post, we will put onto these speaker presentations so that members will be able to go on there and download a PowerPoint presentation or a handout that was available. Again, this is by speaker, so we can't always have everything available, but once we get permission to post, we will do so.
And this is where we're going to post the webinar, the audio, video, and PowerPoint slides right here. So this should be up sometime later today. And we hope to send you all a message which will appear in your inbox in your profile as well to let you know that it's hosted online. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right, back to the slides. Community blogs. That is another feature which I went over. I'll just go back to where that is. Member community blogs. There it is. And this is where this is, again, is not available to the public, only to members. So any blogs, topics, we can be a little more intimate here than LinkedIn is great, and our group is immense. But there are various forums for NJSA members to talk about issues, perhaps paid sick leave or things that maybe are a little more private. So we can work out more. The marketing committee can work out more of a formula for how this proceeds. But right now, it is open to membership use. Okay. The Career Center, I think we've discussed that enough, and we'll take questions shortly. But that, again, is a members-only content. E-commerce, I'll just quickly touch on that. Don't forget that, I understand that everybody likes to buy things online and put their credit card online, but it really is secure, and you can feel confident. It's all VeriSign certified and all that. So you can go online to purchase your membership dues. You can purchase seminars, annual conference, ELC, any webinars that are free, like this one. You can register online like most of you did. And we may offer third-party products like discounted intellectual capital and training seminars and handouts and research from like SIA. Those are things that we may be able to offer down the road that will be available to members only at discounted rates, and you can download those brochures right from the website. So I'll spend a quick second on buying something online. To do that, you go to the events page, and there's a calendar of events. Here are the events. Here's today's webinar. And here is the golf outing. So you click on the golf outing, you register, and here you can see everything has been e-commerce enabled. So here's your prices for being a golfer, $195. So it auto-populates your information since you're logged in, which is nice. And you can put your credit card information in, and it will appear in your events, in your portal. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done, everybody.
Dr. Fergus.
All right, so the last thing is social networking. I just wanted to touch on that. The site has its own, membership community development features, but For those of you that would like to share information from the NJSA website to Twitter, LinkedIn, and other various websites, you can do so. This is a little screenshot of what you can do. I'll go to the site. You can get right to the LinkedIn group right from here. If you click on that, it takes you right to the LinkedIn group for NJSA. You'll see your good-looking photo. That's me, everybody. Me back in 1974. Now, you can also click on the Twitter page. We have a Twitter page if you didn't know. It's a nice looking page, thanks to Anthony and Christy, everybody. There's the page for Twitter. You can sign up right there, and which I need to, and receive the tweets. Additionally, you can go to any news article. I can go to the latest news article, update on paid sick leave. Let's click on that. And I can share it. I can share it with LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I could put it on my own page, or I could even manually share it with the LinkedIn group as well. You can when you choose LinkedIn, you could choose a group. I don't want to spend a lot of time in this, but there is it'll let you I'm not going to do that. It'll let you share with a group. So again, you'll see these little widgets on a lot of stories. The only thing you cannot share because of the way your membership is an event. So you would have to, if you click on it, you can see it here. You can tell a friend, which is nice. There's a little form, so you can share this, like a little email form to just share it to somebody, which is very nice. But in order to put it on a social networking site, you would need to probably copy the hyperlink. You see how I copied the URL up there? Right-click copy and put that into the website, the LinkedIn or Twitter page that you're involved with. Okay, that's social networking. We're at questions now, everybody. Thank you for your patience and handling any technical glitches we may have had. If you have questions,
That box right now.
you can email. We're going to take questions on the phone now, and some will come in via the webinar chat. But if here, we do, within reason, we are available to you, and you can email both Pat or myself with questions that we did not cover today.
Okay, so the first question that came in back a little while ago, Scott, was from Jay from User Edge, and he wants to know how to change a password. Can you go back to that?
Yeah, sure. Okay, Jay. So first of all, I'll sign out here. You can start at the very beginning and choose forgot your password. Now, if you're the member with the email, you just type in your email here, type in simple validation number 3, reset password, and then within the website alone, it will ask you to change your password. That's if you forgot it. If you remember your password, simply, for those of you that got that cookie cutter generic web password, let's log in, and let me just big fingers. I'll log in, and you go to your managed profile right here, edit bio, and right here, change your password.
Ah, okay. So it's in your bio.
Again, if you know your password and you just want to change it because you don't like it, you log in and edit it right there. If you forgot it, when you try to log in, choose forget your password right there at the bottom. Okay. Any other questions?
Okay. We have another question from Mike. How do you post a blog?
Okay. We if this is Mike L, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, there's two kind of bloggings. You can blog to your committee, which you're on the membership committee, and I could show you that offline. But to do a generic blog, you go to your managed profile again. You go to blogs, and you right here create a new blog. That's it. And when you create this new blog, it will appear on the front end right here under community blogs, so members only. People have
Okay.
to subscribe to that blog if they want to see the trails. So people will see that blog, but you need to subscribe to it, which when you click on it, subscribe. Okay. Any other questions?
Is there a link where members are willing to partner with other members on a split fee agreement to fill jobs?
A good question. That we did something like that in the past, and I can't really speak to it right now. The answer is no at this time, but that's something that we can revisit. I'll bring it up to the board about engaging staffing firms. We did remember we left off, but at this time the site is not enabled for sharing job orders.
Yeah, that was a box on our membership application if you wanted, and it was an extra cost to do that. So yeah, I think it has to come back up to the board if we want to go back to doing that. All right, any other questions?
All right.
Good job,
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance. And posted online later today. We'll let you know. Thank you for your participation in the site.
Okay.
Very good job, Scott.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.